He forced me to drop out, and that wasn't even my major.
In this video, I'm going to show you 5 times when Netflix lied to us to create drama, get more viewers, and obviously make more money. One example is Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc at the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix. In episode 8 of season 3, the Ferrari drivers are shown fiercely competing against each other to the point of crashing into one another. As contact occurs, we hear Vettel speak.
Oh my god!
The audio that Netflix used is from Brazil 2019, when Sebastian's car suffered a puncture.
50 vehicles have been deployed. Oh my god!
This was meant to exaggerate the tension between Vettel and Leclerc. Although their rivalry was real, the one I'm about to describe was entirely fabricated. The second case is that of Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz during the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix when Norris and Sainz were teammates at McLaren. During 2020, everyone knew they were great friends and got along well. However, Netflix decided to change this radically and create its own narrative, in which they had a conflicted relationship. In the same episode of Season 3, Norris and Sainz were about to swap positions due to team orders, but they get pretty close and you can hear Norris say, "He opposed me, what's his goal?" Just like in the previous case, this radio was intentionally placed there when, in reality, this happened much later in the same race, against another driver who had absolutely nothing to do with his teammate, as you can see in the original clip. The second case, "He turned on me, what's his goal?" The third case involves Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz again, but this time during an interview where they are told to subscribe to this channel. Continuing with episode 8 of season 3, we see a clip of Landon and Carlos getting ready to do an interview when Sainz takes Norris's chair as a joke. By adding dramatic music, Netflix tries to make Lando seem furious with Carlos. This feeds the idea that they have a rivalry that's growing to the point of showing them as enemies as well. They make Will Buxton say completely out of context comments with the goal of pushing this narrative, to which Lando responds in this way.
The closer he is between those two.
What's happening between Carlos and me? You should have visited us privately.
Norris's reaction shows how Netflix exaggerates minor things for more drama. The fourth case is that of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen during the 2021 British Grand Prix. At this point, Netflix's distortion of the facts escalates. By shaping the drivers to be perceived in a certain way, the way they want and the way that suits them. Now let's look at episode 3 of season 4. At the 2021 British Grand Prix, Hamilton crashes into the side of Verstappen's car, taking him out of the race, causing a big accident between the two title contenders that year. In the series, when this happens, Hamilton immediately asks over the radio if Max is okay, showing he is a considerate driver. This is fine. However, the reality is that Lewis complained about the accident for 2 minutes before asking about Max. Editing the radio messages misleads Drive to Survive fans about Hamilton and Verstappen's personalities. One could say it's unnecessary to show so much time passed between the accident and the message. Netflix's attempt at manipulation is clear when Drive to Survive presenter Will Buxton says this.
Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are polar opposites. Lewis is an incredibly relentless driver and rarely gets into controversies or trouble.
That's something that's hard to believe. This change was made to show Lewis as the good guy and Max as the bad guy, creating a hero versus villain story. We should remember that Max stopped participating in the series seasons ago and was quite critical of it. Could this be Netflix's motivation for giving him the villain role? What do you think? While the rivalry between the drivers in Drive to Survive has some basis, the next part was another Netflix invention. The fifth case once again involves Lando Norris, but this time with Daniel Ricciardo during the 2021 Varela Grand Prix. In the following clip, we see both drivers competing on the first lap of the race when we hear Lando say the following.
He forced me off.
On the McLaren YouTube channel, there's a video where both drivers watch this scene, and Daniel notes the comment wasn't made at that time.
That's not true. He forced me off. That's not from there.
In another video on the Quadrant YouTube channel, Lando repeats what Daniel said in the earlier clip. He explains how Netflix invented a rivalry between them.
They made us seem like the main enemies. He forced me to come out. He forced me to come out. That wasn't even from this race. He wasn't even close to me.
In addition to the radio manipulation, Netflix has made several attempts to create a rivalry narrative between the two drivers, dramatizing every event and using out-of-context scenes like this one.
I don't feel empathy for him.